Hello students. Today I am starting off with session 34 and the topic that I intend to cover today is types of capital assets. In the previous session, that is session 33, I have told you about the meaning of capital assets. What are the conditions an asset should be satisfied to be called as a capital asset, that is discussed in the previous session. In this session, I would be talking about the types of the capital assets. There are two types of capital assets. First is long-term capital asset and the second one is short-term capital asset. What do you understand? What do you understand with the long-term capital asset? Long-term capital asset means a capital asset held by an SSC for more than 36 months. More than 36 months means it is 3 years. More than 3 years. Immediately prior to its date of transfer. So as soon as the transfer takes place, in this is, let me explain you once again. Long-term capital assets means any capital asset held by the SSC for more than 36 months immediately prior to its date of transfer is called as long-term capital asset. Capital gain arising from the transfer of long-term capital asset is called as long-term capital gains. If this particular capital asset that is held for a longer time, that is more than 36 months, after that when it is sold and if any gains arise from that sale of the capital asset, it is called as long-term capital gain. Second one is short-term capital gain. Short-term capital assets. Short-term capital assets means any capital asset held by the SSC for not more than 36 months, that is less than 36 months prior to its date of transfer. So here short-term capital assets are those capital assets that are held for a period less than 36 months. So whatever the profit arises from the sale of short-term capital asset is called as short-term capital gains. So the profit or the gains that arises from the sale of short-term capital asset is called as short-term capital gain. Coming to, there are few cases. There are following cases to be discussed here. There are few cases or following cases wherein the period is not taken as 12 months. So there are certain situations, there are certain cases wherein the period is not taken as 12 months. First, equity or preference shares in a company listed on a recognized stock exchange in India. So here the period can be less than 12 months. Now, I would like to discuss the next slide. In the following cases, however, such period is taken as 12 months. So, in other cases which we discussed now, just a few minutes back, it was 36 months. So, if an asset is held for 36 months and more, it is called as long-term capital asset. And if it is less than 36 months, it is called as short-term capital assets. But there are certain assets for which period of 12 months is taken into consideration. First is equity or preference shares in a company listed on a recognized stock exchange in India. So equity shares or the preference shares of a particular company that is listed on a recognized stock exchange in India. For this, the period is taken as 12 months. Next, securities like debentures, bonds, government securities, etc. listed on a recognized stock exchange in India. So, apart from equity, debentures, bonds and government securities also listed on a recognized stock exchange in India. For this period is taken as 12 months. Units of Unit Trust of India, whether they are quoted or not. Units of Equity Oriental Mutual Funds. Zero coupon bonds. In the aforesaid cases, if the asset is held for more than 12 months immediately prior to its date of transfer, then it is called as long-term capital assets. So note, there is a note here. In the case of transfer of depreciable asset other than an asset used by a power generating unit eligible for depreciation on straight line basis, capital gain is taken as short-term capital gain irrespective of the period of holding. Let's move to the next slide now. Capital assets, nature of capital assets. Coming to the capital assets, the first one, financial assets like shares, listed debentures, government securities, units of UTI, mutual funds, and zero-based bonds. So these are the capital assets. So nature, what is the nature of capital assets here? If the capital assets are held for less than 1 year, then it is called as short-term capital asset. If the capital assets is held for more than 1 year, then it is called as long-term capital asset. What I'm intending to explain you is that all these assets like shares, listed debentures, government securities, units of UTI, mutual funds, and zero coupon bonds, all these capital assets, if they are held by the SSC for less than 1 year, then it is called as short-term capital asset. If these following assets are held by the SSC for more than 1 year, then it is called as long-term capital assets. Next capital assets to be discussed here is that depreciable assets, always treated as short-term capital assets. The depreciable assets are always treated as short-term capital assets. Third point is other assets. Other assets, if capital assets held for less than 3 years, it is called as short-term capital assets. And if the capital assets are held for more than 3 years, it is called as long-term capital assets. Next topic to be discussed here is that types of capital gains. The capital gains will be taxable based on the following: short-term capital gains and long-term capital gains. There are two types of capital gains. First is short-term capital gains and the second one is long-term capital gains. What is short-term capital gains? Any profit or gain arising from the sale or transfer of short-term capital asset is called as short-term capital gain. So here, if you are selling or transferring any capital asset, any short-term capital asset, then whatever the realization you are making out of the sale of short-term capital asset, it is treated as short-term capital gains. Coming to long-term capital gains, any profit or gain arising from the sale or transfer of long-term capital gain is called as long-term capital asset is called as long-term capital gain. I have discussed about this previously, but still, just like a revision, I would like to explain here that if you are transferring or selling short-term capital asset, the realization whatever you are getting is called as short-term capital gain. If you are selling or transferring long-term capital asset and whatever you are realizing, that is in the form of profit or gain, okay, it is called as long-term capital gain. This is a simple format for computing the taxable income from capital gains. This is the format for computing the taxable income under the head income from capital gains for long-term capital gains. So here I'd like to conclude this session, 34th session, wherein we have discussed about the topics like types of capital gains, short-term and long-term capital gains. Thank you.